look, it's their name for a reason. They're going to be heading here, and Rainwaker very prepared. He's got a teammate as well towards the econ. Rainwaker spots out Zinni, searching for the kill, yet to connect, taken down by Cairo, and now it's Red Star on the rotation. He was the first to fire, in fact, but Cairo gets second. Oxygen in the back lines, needs to back away, realizing that he's the first responder if they head up towards A, but he denies again, taking down Executor. Cirque rotating in, and now it's a 2-on-2. Very awkward fights here. The bomb site is still taken. The bomb can be retrieved as well. And Red Star's so fast there. He's got a teammate as well. Oxygen close by. What is going on here? Kinky not only prepared for it, but Oxygen's gone so loud. If Oxygen doesn't step there, I think Red Star goes unnoticed.
Yeah, still seemingly not too sure in terms of where Oxygen does reside. Gets a freebie there onto Zinni. Not too sure where the final player is, but plenty of time to play with. The steps of Kinky are going to be heard. Oxygen wants to take the fight, but Kinky's looking clean with this Glug. Two nice headshots there under both Red Star and Oxygen to secure the round. And despite Oxygen's 3k, it's not enough to deny Rush B winning that pistol. And Fred, we talk about so many times on Nuke.
Cirque, he's going to have some action here outside as there's 4 players ready and waiting. The smoke's come down. He's going to have to reposition if he wants that impact, and it's going to have to be a hit above heaven. But the CTs have crossed. Texi attempting, and the pot shot's coming through from the scout. A big risk here. Kiro's going to look to push through. Cirque's holding. Spellan falling. And Cairo will take him down. Oxygen gets a freebie here. No saved AK as of yet. Dinny still towards outside. Unaware of Oxygen. 2 kills there. Rainwaker's still got armor. Same with Oxygen. So they've taken lobby as well. This is brilliant from 500. They've cleared out this space. They know that it's going to have to be either players late through ramp, but obviously not possible. They'd have to be outside now with 15 seconds left. It's just not a possibility. Rainwaker gets one, trying to bide a little bit more time and maybe find another, but doesn't come through. Realization the final play is surely to come from ramp. And Kinky now back at the bomb site, spotted out by the Deagle of Red Star. Trying to get a reload off, spots out Oxygen. Information on both players now. Got to be a rotation, got to be a helping hand from Executor, but unable to find the trade. Deals a bit of damage to Red Star, but surely a defuse comes through now, or at least a tap of the bomb, forcing the hand of Executor. Oxygen sticking, Red Star falling. Great clutch there from Executor, but it should have never got to that.
But you wouldn't want to give yourself as good an opportunity to take it as possible.
Yeah, definitely. Look, I think 500, even if they aren't able to find things on Nuke, I think they want to make it as competitive as humanly possible. A lot of damage in this one, though. Not only to Texi and Cairo, but already 2 kills coming through. Spellan, great rotation there. Takes down Executor, gets the trade. Texi now thinking it's an open B bomb site, but already another rotation coming through. I really like what we saw there from 500, just to let people know. Obviously, we didn't really see too much of it on screen, but from the minimap, I think it is always nice when you've got players like Spellan, like Cirque, who can offer a little bit more stability when it comes to, you know, kind of experience. But Oxygen elevated on Silos. We'll be able to get one before traded. Cirque quickly rotating in. A bit more discipline.
You always need to be careful if you are that AWP rotated in. There's a lot of angles you could accidentally overlook, and it's not an easy position to try to cover from. But Cirque and Spellan, the dynamic duo from Heaven, find 3 kills between them, and you can see Cairo's in such a difficult position, frantically searching around for these players, but Rainwaker in the back lines takes him down, and Rush B's lead has now gone the other way as 500 take it with a 4-3 scoreline. Still, of course, it is the T side for Rush B.
In the gun rounds, they haven't looked that good at all. Ever since 500 have had the weapons in play, they've been the ones that have been completely manhandling. Even when the bomb sites are taken, even when it's a 4v4 retake, 500 are looking perfect. And Spellan, again, early on the score sheet in this round, Texi's having a troublesome time. He's 1-8.
I think that's the big issue, though, isn't it? You sort of highlighted in the pre-show sort of the change of Vinny in terms of what that brought to the firepower of Rush B. I think Texi really has been the player to sort of steal the show in a lot of recent games. He has been the player alongside Zinni.
Your initial idea head towards we've got a bit of resistance, let's go down the vents. And I think sometimes when with the open hand, it can be quite difficult with that. But also the fact that he's facing off against one of the best AWPers for many years. But Cairo, sadly we don't get to see his double, but certainly had an effect in this round.
swapped over to the AK to sort of help his teammate out in the more close quarter fights. Red Star's under pressure here, but I'm gonna say might have actually got lucky there. Sabre only had a 1v1 as he switched weapons. Rainwaker takes the fight early. A dangerous decision to make. Basically putting his teammate in a 1v1 if he loses it, but he knows that someone's on the bomb. This is the best chance he has, and he takes it. Lobby as well is being taken by Oxygen, so they're probably wondering where on earth actually are the Ts.
Yeah, exactly. Very disciplined though. Red Star, secondary AWP in hand, taken down by Executor. Cirque now in lobby. So many questions to be asked. It's going to be a late play through Heaven, but Cirque's just mollied it. 2 players in main. Cirque now realizing there's 16 seconds left. Oh, Executor gets 1. No trade from Oxygen either. Kinky finding Cirque. That's the A-bomb site open. And look, Rush B. If it's a round that you can compete with, please show some more of that. I love the discipline. I love the slow-played nature. Absolutely excellent. We saw how 500 were just so kind of shocked and stunned as to where Rush B were. Well, there's no one in lobby. There's no one towards ramp. Where are these guys?
I mean, that's the thing. It was really perfectly done. Taking their time in such a big change up from the rounds that we've seen from them previously.
Yeah, pretty fortunate timing for Executor. Look, they still found Cirque on the bomb side. I think the round would have been
fortunate timing. He played that to perfection.
Oh, 100%.
He played completely off of the rest of his teammates' presence and pressure. And in doing so, got himself a few kills for it.
Yeah, brilliant that. But they've lost the life early on. It is Cairo falling. 4 on 5 now for Rush B. I said they at least need one more round if they want a chance. At least a good chance. Especially with the fact that their CT side isn't as good as 500s statistically, but bit of a back and forth towards ramp. Still man advantage though from 500, and with Cirque posted on the angle, not spotting anyone, we'll relay that information that it is probably this B bomb site. Already we've seen Oxygen rotate down, currently in secret, holding for any outside lurks, and that will get crunched in on by Spellan.
And with this control of the vents, a lot of these Ts are going to feel, these CTs are going to feel a lot more comfortable making their journey down towards the slower site. The double doors being opened up allows Zinni to combine onto Oxygen, but Red Star finds one. Plenty of damage to Zinni. They've got all this info. They need Cirque to come and support as well now.
Oh, the nade changes everything. Aware that Executor was above. Nice find on the first, but not the second. Oh, is there enough time for the defuse? I believe so, yeah. He's got to care. I was a little worried that.
And if that is the case, look, we'll end up seeing sort of 8-6 scoreline with Rush B on that CD side.
Yeah, the biggest problem is the lack of kill threat on the side of Rush B. You know, Zinni 6 and 10, Texie 1 and 10, Kinky with just 4 kills. It's tough. But Cirque towards outside, he's got the P250. He's got plenty of opponents to face, but sure, Cirque will feel very confident in this position. Flashbang coming over the top. Texie spotted, but Cairo finding first. Red Star will take him down, and Kinky now questioning whether to go through this main smoke, but with Cirque finding Cairo, it offers a lot of space now. Executor going to try and back away. He wants to find the pick before relinquishing this fight, before getting himself out of there. But all this space has been taken towards Heaven. Cirque finds Kinky as well. It's now all on Zinni. So much work to do. He maneuvers back towards Squeaky. I don't mind this play, but Spellan can cross. Zinni will find Cirque. Cirque didn't really need to fight that. Very loud as Executor now goes silent, but Red Star's in an excellent position. Red Star will find, and now all on Zinni. 1 versus 2. Spellan back at the bomb site. He's been spotted there, swinging left side, and Spellan finds 500. They do take the pistol, and this is where things can get a little tough for Rush B now.
Smokes and mollies come down.
Texie's going to be a massive bait, though. There is no way they're going to be prepared for him. Oh, he has fired off, though. He's given his position away. Cirque will secure his second of the round. It is now all on Cairo as Spellan finds Kinky. And I think it's got to be an attempt to save this AWP, but 500. They push their way to 12. 1 round has been lost ever since weaponry's been in play. Cairo takes down Spellan. Oh, I love the attempt there. That's the bomb carrier.
Wasn't far off as well.
Yeah, very cheeky there.
I mean, what the scenes that would have happened if he finds that kill and wins the round.
Oh, 100%. I think I might never watch CS again. I've watched the best.
I mean, yeah, you've seen the peak.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all downhill from here. Well, Cairo will also go down as Red Star close by. The pot shot through the wall.
I think it's just simple CS. Rainwaker, nice opener onto Cairo. Look, I think it's done, right? Nuke's over. We'll head to Inferno. But I think it's something that obviously Vincent touched upon. Obviously, Mirage and Inferno, they are the CS classics. They're maps that Rush B might be a little bit more, I guess, not tailored towards, but it's not maps that they can't win.
Have some discussions in terms of what to do when we do make it to Inferno, because that's where it looks like we are heading just 3 kills away, 500. Find one of them. And Nuke's all said and done. Surely TWC finally finds that second kill. Been on 1 kill for a long time, but needs a lot more. Comes alive for a couple, but 500, of course. They're able to best him in that 1 versus 5, unsurprisingly. And Nuke goes their way. Rush B silenced on their map selection. And Inferno feels like a very daunting task ahead of them, doesn't it, Vincent?
They've got to do it here. They've got to do it now. A peek from second mid, or into second mid, may I say, from top mid here from Rush B. I like the idea, but they don't find the kills. And Red Star now fast out of apps. Not the cleanest of shots from Kinky, but he's not been taken down. Zinni and Executor on the bomb site as well. And they go into the stack 500. Certainly not thought this one through.
I mean, so paranoid about seemingly someone towards pit, despite there never actually being someone there. Being really worried about that. It's just a rotating play to support Kinky, who we saw fluff his lines initially, but 500 themselves just couldn't seemingly connect the bullets that need to be connected, and Rainwaker in that 1 versus 4 will go down to the jewelries of TWC. Surely, apparently not, as TWC's luck seemingly is just as poor as it was on map number 1. If somehow Rainwaker got that kill as well, I think I would have just left, because I think I've seen it all.
I think we need to see a couple more flashes, though, if they want to force out this utility from Kinky. Kinky just lining up the flashes. I really like this. Molly onto TWC's position. Down to 19 points of health. Needs to be dealt with, but TWC still surviving. They've dealt with one in CT, though. Looked as though the main focus was to kill the player in CT, which I actually quite like. It's worked out really nicely as Oxygen. He's able to keep this space now. Yeah, look, I think saving has to be the plan. We know that the money on players like Kinky, like TWC, and obviously ECSTATIC, they can all get out MP9's full utility in the next, or at least a decent enough buy, formidable enough buy to go for an investment here. Obviously, Cairo and Zinni could drop over. They really could have done. If the trading, if the spacing was just a little bit better on that CT side, I think they deal with the B aggression quite nicely.
Udo going to send in this MP9 here. Timing could be perfect, but Oxygen takes him down despite being tagged by the HE grenades and the utility again in Banana. Finds the opening kill on this occasion. I don't know if I read that right. Does Oxygen have 5 armor?
I'm not too sure.
He's only got 5 armor remaining, which just shows how much he's been tagged up by these nades.
And also how long... 1 armor now.
1.
His own nade. Oxygen is still alive currently. Executor down to 19 points of health. USP in hand. Cirque will find him. And it's another 2 versus 3. The problem is, look how far Zinni is away from the action. Great from Zinni, though. Cairo finds the bomb planter. It's all on the 1 armor, 17 health Oxygen. Cairo can spam through here and find it, surely. Oh, how is Oxygen still alive? What a clutch this might be. Oh, the HE grenade, Oxygen.
Just gets out of dodge for a little bit longer. If these CTs do split, which they're not going to, I was going to say gives them a chance, but Oxygen does get found by Zinni. Not able to connect a bullet. And Rush B win that one. Disadvantage. You can see the lurk on A.
Break it into brackets. A near impossibility.
Definitely not going to be an easy one to do so, but they are trying to. The kills come through, and Spella finds a double. Zinni gets 1, and what on earth has happened? 4 towards A, 4 shut down just at the cost of 1 lone spell, and that is absolutely incredible. Wasn't even a huge amount of utility. It came down to gunfights. 500 do want to take down this final rifle. And they won't seemingly be able to. The M4 does remain in the hands of forcing them into this spot. We've seen the weaker weapons before. This by far will be the weakest buy. And this is the biggest issue with Inferno. You can see a lot of half-lives work out on certain maps. Inferno's a really brutal one for it, though, because you do kind of need to prioritize utility over weaponry. And it means if sort of your opponents avoid the initial util or they base out a lot of it, you're sort of stuck on the bomb site with a 5-7 or a Deagle.
Yeah, for me, Charlie, I'm never questioning a low buy again. The other day, I'm pretty sure it was in Thunderpick, but I saw 2 full ecos victorious in the same map. I don't know what to think about these weaker weapons anymore. Oh, so much damage to Texi there. Brilliant.
Still finds another kill, though, before going down. Red Star trying to advance towards New Box. Spams have to come through. The spams will connect. Spellens, Mac 10's actually the one to find. Still disadvantaged R500. Even more so now as it's a 1 versus 3 for the newest addition to this side.
Red Star dodging the flash, though, is excellent. He's taking a lot of damage. The bomb still dropped towards T-Ramp. Clearing through Boyle is Zinni. Obviously, he's low HP himself, so I don't think he can press the issue. He can't go searching all too much. And Kinky at range with an MP9. Red Star needs to clear CT. In fact, he's going to send the smoke. There's going to be a spam, surely. Oh, Kinky's just going to play through it. Steps ahead. 3 seconds remaining. Round can't be won from Red Star, but he gets the kill. He will survive. And it's going to be investment in the next hit from 500.
Definitely leads to some entertaining CS, but look, this is already Rush B finding the same rounds they found on map number 1. This is a much better look to them. A lot more resilience.
Yeah, most definitely. I think as well, it's something that Vincent pointed out, right? It was the lack of performance that cost them a nuke. All it takes is a little turnaround, players stepping up, having bigger moments, having kind of more consistent moments, and that's why we are seeing a much better performance from them. So I think it's clearly worked out. Rush B, they've dusted off the cobwebs. They've kind of said to themselves, okay, yeah, it was a bad first game. Let's just take that and accept it. But they look a bit better here. Obviously, they do lose this round, a bit of a chaotic round there towards Top Banana.
It's got to be a buy again though from Rush B.
It's so tough.
1 eco in the whole game, and that 1 eco was one of the few rounds that this team won. They just kept on force-fighting into everything because the rounds were so close that they kept on believing that we can reset the economy. Didn't work out again, though. The opening kill from this pistol, and another from the 5-7.
I told you can't count out these weaker buys. I've been stunned into silence by them in the past, and it's another moment.
Started to now push into the bomb site. 3 players are waiting here.
Oh, look at the damage through the smoke. Cirque and Spellan been so heavily chipped away at. And I like it from Rush B. Just wait for the bomb to go down. You're in a 5 versus 2. There is no need for you to push through here. Wait for the smokes. Kinky will find Cirque. And with 13 seconds remaining, the hunt begins. I don't know why they don't try and kill him after time. Oh, that is exactly what they're doing, in fact. We'll get 1 before going down, but they're currently at the bottom of his team on the leaderboard, but certainly not on the impact rating.
I mean, it's always really tough to sort of be able to look at stats purely sort of after the game or something and be able to judge it in terms of that. But Oxygen finds the opening kill, does make his way into mini pit, but Cirque with the AK, no AWP needed as a double kill comes through and opens up this A bomb site. And no hesitation, Rush B obviously need to go for this save. Managed to work out in 500's favour this time. Executor will find a double. Spellan looks interested about taking these weapons down. Does swing around the corner with the smoke dropped. Not going to be pushing any further, so it might even just be the intention from the start of this round to be the one to spearhead something. Has spotted Zinni, has been brought down very low and does get punished just as the rest of his team start to make their way up bracket. Zinni again with the 5-7, and Kinky's going to be fully baited in, but he goes for the swing instead.
Yeah, no need for that. It was a great setup, great game plan. Zinni, though, with a 5-7. Can get his third of the round. Absolutely excellent. And Cairo going to go unnoticed on the basis that Executor's going to take all this contact away. And there it is. Excellent there from Rush B.
I mean, the rifle's barely needed. You got 2 5.7s towards brackets. Or did Cairo have one in the last round? I didn't realize. Probably in the last round.
I think Cairo's had a couple, but it's been in rounds where I think it's slow played ecos and maybe rushes towards B. I don't think we've had that much impact with the big green. Saying that, Cairo gets the first one here onto Spellan. Oxygen spots out one in CT. Texi dropping off, trying to play around these smokes, but Executor, excellent stuff in CT. Flashbang comes through. Executor swings and finds Cirque. A well-polished CT side here from Rush B. Absolutely brilliant. 8 rounds.
But slower played here from Rush B.
Yeah, I like it from Rush B. Quite reminiscent to that round on Nuke, where they were just really disciplined, really slow, waiting for 500 to make the mistakes. But a 4-on-4 now. Rainwaker will find Cairo, finds Texi as well. Rainwaker on the back of the bomb site, doing a lot of work, but sadly, team now need to pick up the pieces. Zinni trapped towards a new box, but very nice here. Cirque and CT been spotted. Oh, nice find from Cirque. Going to be realizing that Zinni's not on the bomb. Cirque can take his time here. A 1v1 clutch. This is where Cirque thrives. But he's not on the bomb. He knows exactly where Zinni is. Oh, Cirque, if he repositions towards Banana, I'd love this. Zinni has just been holding towards Ruins. It's unfortunate for Cirque. I think he would have had this round, but now Zinni, he knows that Cirque's somewhere around it. Zinni out in the open. How is Cirque not found this kill yet? He spotted him cross. The nade's not going to do anything but Cirque. He does find the kill. And Rush B.
I'm looking forward to when we do get to see Full Buy versus Full Buy to see what Rush B do have in their locker. But it's going to be a hit towards A. Oxygen finds the first. Tries to go for more. Spot the player in apartments, but ammo's the biggest issue he's got. Cirque's got a tall order ahead of him to try to keep his teammate alive. Finds the first. Can't take down the second. Thinks he's finished him off already. And it's a disadvantage round now for 500.
Look, I think for Cirque, when he doesn't get that kill, he knows there's going to be so many opponents facing. I think it's always really tough to make that decision to just, I guess, reset your aim and refocus. But it's unfortunate. Cirque could have done so much there. Rifles at range. The MP9s are going to struggle.
It's just a lot of damage dealt, but just a superior positioning. Yeah, you've got to play near flawless CS. Sure, you've got the opportunity to make one mistake, but even then, if you're going to make it, you kind of need to make it when you're sort of at least on top of 9 rounds or something, just to give yourself as many opportunities. But great util damage early. Spellan softened up. Cirque's on 6 HP, even more damage to Spellan.
Great from Red Star, though. Finds King Key, absolutely excellent. Molly landing to sandbags, or in fact, Rainwaker's got this information. He wants to take a bit of a risk. I love it. I love this play from Rainwaker every day of the week. Now make your way through the smoke. Lovely stuff there. Does find Cairo. Zinni, that's the bomb. There's no need for him to take that fight. And Red Star can now rotate through. Looking to go through this Moto smoke. Timing couldn't have been better, but Texi can still find.
Bomb has been retrieved, and we still do have Spellan and Cirque very low HP. Rainwaker round feels like it does rely heavily on him.
He's the first to go. It seems like he wants to push out of short. Spellan spots out Executor. Great find from Spellan. Now it's all on Texi. He does such a good job, that obviously, to find Red Star dancing around the Molotov. Into the flames he goes, down to 8 HP. Everyone on less than 8 health there. But there's enough time for the defuse. 500. They will get themselves the round. They can survive. But it's still scary stuff.
I mean, it doesn't get much closer than that really. You got 16 HP on 3 players combined.
24 on the remaining. On all 4 of them, it's crazy. I love it from Rainmaker, though. I think the problem is when we see Zinni look to fight here. Bit unnecessary. I guess they get their fortune back when Red Star falls to Texi, I believe, from Moto.
plenty of chances, but now it does feel like they're just hoping something goes their way.
Yeah, look, and I think it's not going to bode much confidence and give much for... Oh, that's so unfortunate for Red Star. But as we move to Mirage, it's another CS Classic. It's another map that, I think maybe tailored a little bit more towards Rush B. And the fact that 500 have been outmatched here on Inferno, I think it makes things very interesting when we get to that third and final, because I think it's no longer a question of if, but when.
He has been spotted, and yet still finds the kill. Oxygen, so much work needed to be done in middle. Finds two, finds the triple, in fact.
He drops the smoke as well.
Smoke is in between two players right now. Has managed to keep himself alive. And Spellan can rotate in, wants to take the fight. Oxygen with his 4th kill.
Yeah, Spellan's been spotted though. Game plan's been given up. Full stick of the bomb. If Spellan takes his time and just sits towards long, Executor's going to be worried about short in a matter of moments. Spellan slowly creeping. But already Executor's maneuvered. He can make it to apps. Yeah, this is so tough. An impossible clutch now for Spellan. Not only has he got no information, but not much time. At least he's got a defuse kit, but no smoke. It's the full stick of the bomb. Executor's going to peek. Spots him on it. Will take him down. And Rush B, they close out map 2. Look, my prediction was about an 80-20 in the way of 500, but all you need is that 1% chance to take it.
With AR-12 now, it can certainly be a lot more brutal to be able to get as many orbs into the hand of your sort of sniper as you would like, but these have to be things that every team goes through. This is an issue that every team has. You've got to find a solution for it, and 500 didn't. Great start to this round, though. Kinky getting a couple of kills. Doesn't need to take this third fight if he wants, but does look to take it, and Cirque does come out on top. If Cirque goes down there, that's the bomb dropped in a really awkward position.
Yeah, definitely. Now Zinni under pressure. He's got rotators coming through market. Cirque will find the harder of the kills, but Cirque continuing. Cirque now needing to do more, but Zinni doubles, and now all on Spellan. 1 versus 2. Information of both these players now, but Zinni, third of the round. Big moment there for Zinni, and already shooting bodies. Okay, is that how this game's going? Well, I'm already liking the look of it.
Weapons in play. You touched on a little bit how many sort of opening kills they gave away. I believe they won 7 opening kills out of the possible 19. They did definitely give away a lot of them. And you can never expect to win a map if you're getting 7 opening kills.
No, of course not. You're disadvantaged in so many rounds. Cirque towards top middle. Bit of an altercation in mid. Goes 1 for 1. Rush B, they put a lot of stock in dealing with this mid play, and little do they know, the A bomb site taken, but Executor, nice rotation through jungle. He can find Oxygen. Zinni posted up as well. We've got 1 in con. Yes, the A bomb site's taken, and the bomb can go down, but you can see how worried 500 are, and quite rightly, because they still haven't got full control on the bomb site. Oh, Red Star, he gets the kill, but it's very difficult. Certainly not as easy as you'd hope. This is when we need to see Rainwaker get out of Palace. He's not offering much here, but Kiro certainly is with the MP9. He finds 3 of them. How has that happened? 4 in total. Unable to take Zinni down. Red Star wanting to send the HE grenade, realizing Zinni probably reposition. We able to dodge the nade. Zinni with so much information. Gonna drop the smoke flashbang as well and try and play around the bomb site now. Zinni as well to find Oxygen, but Red Star with a trade. Kiro rotating in. He's got the orb in his hands as well, and Kiro can find. Rainwaker takes down Executor. Kiro drops the smoke on the Molotov, and he's searching for a quick shot, unable to connect. Aware there's a player trapped on the bomb site. Rainwaker, hungry to fight, and will find awareness of this final player's position. Broken kind of the vent there in ladder. Texi, a 1 versus 2 now. 500. Looks as though they should put their first round on the board now. Texi spamming through. Nice from Rainwaker. Important round for 500. I think if they allow Rush B to find too many more, that's where we start asking questions as to whether 500 have kind of got the goods and got the opportunity to come back into this one.
We are actually going to see the damage dealt from that half bite in 500 make a pretty big difference here. The buy's going to be a bit iffy for Rush B. I imagine they are going to fully invest it.
They're still in the lead. They're still going to feel confident. Obviously, they don't want to let it slip away, but they're nowhere near that kind of standpoint. Nailed the smoke.
Again.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Well, that's 3 rounds in a row he's had the AWP. It's 3 opening kills for him.
Yeah, back to back, and a 500 win each of these rounds. I mean, a big advantage would be given thanks to Cirque on the AWP, thanks to him finding the opening kill. I think you've got about a 70 to 75% chance to win a round if you do get that man advantage. So you can just see how the stats massively back you up. But Zinni's timing on this could be very interesting. Finds Oxygen, can just back away. Red Star somehow able to find the kill on the Kinky, despite even not looking at him. And Zinni tries to take the fight as well. Red Star's double gives the advantage back in favor of 500. Missed shot there from Kero. But I love this with the AWP out of B.
Yeah, Kero. I don't really know what's happened with his gun. He's got a USP.
Yeah.
Got no armor either. He started the round AFK? I don't know.
It was just an eco. It was just an eco. The eco around the saved weapons. But nice time from Kira, actually. Needs a lot to go his way. It looks like more chance of the save coming through than anything. Not enough time for him to get on this bomb even. Round has been lost. Picks up the defuse kit, not that it's going to matter.
I don't know why I didn't look to try and save the AWP. That would have been, you know, quite pivotal.
500 had on Inferno. It wasn't just the fact that they were losing to the pistols and weaker weapons all the time. It's the fact that they were giving up the opening kills to the pistols and the weaker weapons all the time.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's clear that opening kills have led to round victories here for 500. Strong setup on the A-bomb site. 500, it does seem as though it might head their way to A as the bomb's been dropped to Cirque towards Chair. And we've got both Oxygen and Red Star looking to creep their way closer in con. There's the end goal here for 500. It's got to be the A-bomb side, but we know how well defended this is. Texi's in an excellent position. Kiro dropping that smoke is going to keep the attention on him massively. And look, Texi gets a freebie. He might be able to find some more. Cirque on the AWP, though. Texi is completely trapped. There's no Molotov to force him out. And Cairo finally strikes. Texi's still here. Onto the USP. Needs to just be spammed through the wooden boxes. Taken down with a 2-on-2. And Kinky can now elevate. At any moment, he can choose to jump up and find the planter. Red Star holding. A Red Star finding. Great there from Red Star. Zinni now tapping away. The swing comes through from both of them, but no trade seen, and Zinni can still win this one. Not the easiest of clutch, but he's got a chance for it. Red Star, far healthier. Zinni, aware of his position completely. Both been spotted, but Red starts to jiggle one side and a swing the other. A great round from Red Star as he finds 4.
Don't want to contest it too much. After the fact that Cirque was able to find so many opening kills here, it feels like Rush B were just giving up their life if they look to fight it. And the issue with that, it just means you give so much space to your opponent, and it gives them so many quick routes to either bomb site, so lack of information really comes through. Cirque and Spellon combined to open up the B bomb site, and a save call probably needs to be initiated here, but the kills are still being found by the Ts, and Oxygen double was up.
Executive was on a full flank. How is he not taking him down? Look, I said there needed to be a bit of trickery, and there was, I guess. There was an attempted flank through T-Spawn, but it didn't matter. Excellent from Oxygen there. What's going on here? I understand they've got no control in middle. Executor, he's in the flames. Oxygen can find Texi, gets 1. Now smoked off. The Orb of Kiro might struggle here as well. We've got this flank coming through from Kinky, though. Texi, close behind the smoke, holding Mouse 1. Zinni backs away through Murder Hole. Texi surely to join him. We have still got this flank coming through from Kinky.
Oh, Red Sox aware of it. He's holding, but still does lose the gunfight.
Yeah, double con setup, though, and Cirque under pressure towards Balcony. Kinky finds, and now Rush B shortly to get their 5th hit. They've got a smoke for jungle. Why have they just smoked off jungle? That's where Texi's coming from.
The Molotov does find Spellon. players aren't fully looking towards connector. The bomb diffuser isn't even attempted to be taken down. Oxygen just...
It's a
I honestly
4v1.
don't even know what he's looking to do there.
The thing is, I think it's a 4v1, and he might have just thought, oh, well, they're going to tap the bomb. It's like looking palace.
Uzo is coming over now. Spellam posted up towards ramp.
What's the bomb? That's great information. Red Star just tucked away here, needing to connect the bullets. Repositioning Spellam now. Just going to drop a smoke at his feet. We've still got a player. Center of the bomb site in Spellam, but he goes down. Cirque in CT. Cairo planting. Red Star waiting to push on through, and they swing on the stairs player. Red Star takes him down. Kiro fighting though fast. Rainwaker searching for a weapon with ammunition. Somehow still alive. Kiro gets so aggressive there in CT and loses his life because of it. Gives the advantage back to 500. Kinky now from ramp. Executor from Palace. Not the best post-plant positions, but let's see what they can make of them. Tap of the bomb now, forcing the hand, forcing the fight. Kinky swinging wide, and we will see the stick of the bomb from Cirque. 500, victorious on the pistol, and Rush B. Many questionable decisions to be made there. I don't really know what Kiro's doing, pushing in CT. Well, a great plan, having players towards short as well. It just seemed very nice there from 500. Great contingency for that mid-aggression. Oh, Oxygen, he's been spotted. Nice nade, chipping away. Rainwaker ready. Crouches under the bullets of Zinni. How has Zinni got a double hit? Now retrieves a FAMAS, the Deagles. Surely it's not the pistols again here, Charlie. Spellam will get one. Red Star now quick to move. The site's been taken, though. Kinky, if he can just keep himself alive in ladder, he's going to be such a threat. But he's spotted and found. It's a 3-on-3. Low HP of Executor. No armor on any of these players. 500 should still take this, but great find from Executor. And now Red Star having to focus elsewhere. Still getting the kill. There's a kit on Cirque. Bomb halfway tick, though. This gets really difficult. Zinni's close here to mark it. The second on short. Zinni flying out is Red Star. No trade from Cirque. Is the one with the kit. He's going to have to get on the bomb, but Kiro wins it. How is it the weaker weapons again, Charlie? It should never be happening. 500, look. I think it is an easy fix for their series.
Weaker weapons for 500. They have found success on Inferno. See what they can find this time. Mid being taken, connector being exploited in Spellam. It's all going to be about timing with this fight.
Yeah, Spellam's in a great position, but Executor finds. Red Star with an A takes down Texi. Ooh, Red Star can find his second. Hopeful to retrieve the AK. Missed shots from Cirque, though. Puts it back to the 3-on-3. Oxygen now. Searching. Will retrieve the gun. Needs to reload it, though. The bomb's dropped, and this is what creates some problems here for Rush B.
Yeah, got to take this fight and take it together. Oxygen just being a menace here. Not giving anything up and just allowing in the back of the T's minds to be paranoid. Where is Oxygen? Did he finally take the swing? Spots nothing. The two players towards connector are doing their job and they're doing it well. Red Star,
what is he doing?
Just jumping around, not wanting to get spammed through the wall. And the round, I think, is secured already. And Red Star, after his jumping jack, pulls out the USB, gets the headshot. He really was the difference maker, wasn't he? Look, they're 4-0 down. As soon as that AWP started to come out, that's when the difference was made, and it felt like it brought a lot of confidence back into 500. Red Star gets the initial kill. Kinky does get a trade onto his teammate, but Red Star just playing around this smoke in the bomb site.
I really like it. Red Star, he can find two. And now Kinky towards short. Kiro in apartments. Now Kiro in the 1 versus 4. Red Star on for the ace. Look, we've spoken highly of Red Star and what he has to offer. And again, it's a round where he finds 4 kills. It's a great game for Red Star to kind of be welcomed back into, into a competitive scene, I guess. You know, he's had a fair bit of time without a team, and I think a game like this, a map like this will be so helpful. Oh, we're taken down after time. Kiro with $250 to his name. If in doubt, go back to basics and execute for Rush B, but...
Spellam kicks things off with the opening kill. Flashbangs are actually great there, but no one can seemingly capitalize off of them at all. Executor's in a brilliant position, to be fair. I think he has been spotted from Oxygen, has done so. Nade comes down. He is the player to keep your eye on, though.
Again, the bomb's been dropped. I think Oxygen has seen this. Kiro, he's got a deagle. He's been found by Oxygen, and Oxygen tapping away will find. And there we have it. 500. They will make the push to the quarterfinals. They will make their way to face ECSTATIC